Hey everybody, you're looking live on tape from a beautiful, well, somewhat overcast day here at Animal Kingdom. It's not as cold as it has been, so I thought I'd take my opportunity to get on an attraction I haven't been on in quite some time, and that is Kali River Rapids. Doesn't get a lot of love on the book face and the internet, but I like that ride.
Holy smokes, the bird just almost attacked me.
But it's been closed for a few months now, and I've missed it. I've been waiting for it to reopen. Everest is closed, so I was looking on my handy dandy app today and saw it had about a 5-minute wait. Told myself, let's head to Animal Kingdom, hop on Kali River. One of the best queues in all of Disney World, in my humble opinion. In fact, I bet if Imagineers had their druthers, they'd like to skosh it on closer to Everest because it has that same type of vibe in the queue. With a 5-minute wait, excuse me, we won't be in the queue very long, but it is one of my all-time favorites. The ride itself, it is a water ride. I have been very lucky, and we'll see as we ride today, to not get super soaked on this ride. It isn't warm, but I'm prepared for that. Got the GoPro, so we're ready to go.
From Animal Kingdom.
Thanks for joining me. Glad you did. Let's get to it. When you walk up to Kali,
So you here, see the standby entrance sign. It's still only 5 minutes. So, but there are monkeys on these ropes. They're not very active right now, probably because it's cold, but pretty neat. I could stand there and watch these guys all day. There's like a little ropes course they have set up for them up there. And you'll see them up and down all over the place.
Hold on, guys.
especially during the summertime, I'll see them quite a bit.
But here's the attraction entrance. They do have lightning lane availability. I wouldn't recommend it for using the lightning lane today on this, for sure. But we'll head down the queue and
Take a look at Kali River Rapids. Again, one of the better themed queues.
Yeah, there's a certain level of
let these folks pass me.
Honey, make sure they drive.
Always curious to me. Everybody's in a big hurry to wait in line. I don't know. I'm not gonna be bitter today. I'm not gonna go down that road. Just gonna enjoy my Kali River. But really cool throughout this queue. They have a bunch of Asian elements, obviously, and a lot of bamboo. Now you'll notice as we wind through this queue, I always think to myself, are there really people that would stand all the way back here? That kid just took a tumble. And the answer is yes. I never have personally waited all the way back in here, but they didn't build it for fun, believe me. In the middle of the summer, this is occupied, I'm sure, but a lot of these little details like this throughout this queue, it's just such a nice, peaceful stroll back in here. Some of the detail, even in the ground, the bricks poking through the herringbone pattern bricks. And yes, you must wear shoes. They do offer locker rental kind of across from where we started our journey. So if you do have, for example, cameras or expensive items, I highly recommend you do get a locker. Because whilst I've never been really soaked on this ride, the possibility of getting soaked is there. You kind of come through this indoor temple area, which is really cool. I think that's just gorgeous through here. Like I said, I just love this queue. It's in my top 5. It doesn't get the love that Expedition Everest gets, but it definitely sets the tone of I'm getting ready to go on a journey. Cobra. Some say Cobra, I say Cobra. I don't know why. Unless I'm saying Cobra Kai, then it's just Cobra. Hello.
Welcome everyone.
Thank you. They've kind of cut down the queue just because there are very little people wanting to brave this ride today. But here's the office of Kali River Rapids. And there's a video on loop kind of explaining what you're going to be doing.
Downriver. Repeat, downriver. Do not send out any more rafts until I confirm the river is safe.
So, all this stuff's really cool. And you'll see, I mean, even to the rooftops, you see all the oars and the different, and we're just like that, we're already boarding.
Everyone, just make sure your backpacks are made for you.
All right. This is the boarding area. It's a moving deck, and it always makes you feel like you've had a couple cocktails when you get on board. I'm going to get situated, and then we'll start filming the actual attraction.
There's a black one, there you go, buddy, and then you just put it together. Okay, yep, it's that one on the right. Nope, it's not that one. There's one right next to you. There you go, perfect. Now pull that loose end of the seatbelt, make sure it's nice and snug. Thank you so much.
So I realize I've jinxed myself just because I've said I've said like 3 times now that I haven't gotten that wet on this ride, this attraction. So.
Hello, my friends. To make sure your expedition is a safe one, stay seated with your seatbelt fastened, keeping your hands, arms, feet, and legs inside the raft. And be sure to watch your children. May you have a memorable and exciting journey. Hola, mis amigos.
These prayer flags always, I think, is a cool touch. We actually have these in my house in celebration. We bought.
It's in a previous episode. I'm sure you can find it if you had to.
Ooh, spooky with the fall.
Of course, I'll be going backwards for this portion.
Got cool sculptures here on both sides of the wood pool. Rapids we go.
I feel like they've got it turned down a little bit. I remember that initial entry being a little more dramatic. That's about right.
Didn't get like super stoked or anything, but oh, what a mission.
Didn't get ridiculously soaked, but did get wet on that. Now on this bridge up here, there were controls pre-COVID that you could press and people were able to squirt you from the bridge. I don't know if they have them on. This bridge right up here, I don't believe they're on because normally kids would be all over that.
Right there. I can only see the little elephants that are on there. Yeah, it's right here on the back side. I apologize.
Welcome back, my friends.
See that
Please
guy
remain seated
out
with your
there
seatbelts fastened and your hands inside the rack. An expedition
when you
guide
mash the buttons there.
Please step carefully out of your rack and onto the platform. Be sure you have all
You
your
can
gear.
control the spray, which is kind of cool.
But like I said, I didn't get that wet. I'm getting ready to get off the vehicle now. One of the bigger complaints of the Cali River Rapids is it is a pretty brief ride. If you've ridden Bluto's large rat bilges at Universal,
A little bit longer ride, but
I'm gonna disembark, we'll head out and I'll give you my recap once we get on dry land. So on a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being absolutely soaked, 1 being bone dry, I'd give it like a 3. It did get a little wet, but, and I do know, and I just saw that they turned down the water effects this time of year, which honestly not mad about. But I'll show you the view of this bridge and where you can control the elephant sprinklers.
this is all part of the queue that we weren't able to wait in, thankfully.
Because it's such a small queue, but
This guy here,
he's been on this button since we went underneath it and still waiting, still operating the button over here. I'm
kind of see the elephants.
Some people really enjoy pushing that button. Like I said, that guy's, I don't know how long he's been here, but he really liked it. Overall, I think it's a super well themed ride. Again, the Naxon Cali River it's a very brief ride. Judging by my little timer in the top corner of my GoPro, it's about 5 minutes of actual ride time. But when you wait 5 minutes and it's a 5-minute ride, it's not that bad. I would not invest more than 15 minutes of your time to do that attraction. But I do think there is a value to it. I do think it is fun. And when they have all the water really, really going nuts, it is a lot more intense, shall we say. It's definitely not as intense as Bluto's Barge and Universal, but fun nonetheless.
There's that locker area I was talking about earlier. If you had a nice camera or even your phone, you could put them in there. I've utilized the lockers in the past when I brought my expensive camera out to shoot some wildlife and such here at the park. But a normal day like today, I don't feel like you even really need them. The other downside, if you don't want to get wet, I wouldn't definitely not ride it. You are going to get somewhat wet. And again, the length of ride being only 5 minutes, it's kind of anticlimactic. There's one big drop hill, and then the rest is just more of like choppy water, if you will. A little gift shop in there.
But I think that's going to do it today. If you liked what you saw, please subscribe. If you hated what you saw today, be like Milli Vanilli and blame it on the rain. Older kids will get that joke. As always, especially in Animal Kingdom, above all parks, but all parks nonetheless, keep the parks clean.